All right, everybody, pretend like we're coming on, and then we'll have the producer cut it in post.
Yeah, that.
You
Wait.
sound so fancy when you
Is
say
that the editor? Is that me? Is that me now? That's me now.
Yep. I'm talking about you.
Have him give me a job too while you're at it, okay?
I'll see what I can swing. He's in a relationship, so.
Are they monogamous?
I don't know.
We've talked about it a little bit.
Career success.
I don't really want to like pry, but I don't,
Oh, Ben, just let us know we are actually live. Ben, that is specifically why I asked the question. Are we?
No, I said we're live. Like they've been listening to this whole thing.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't say anything embarrassing or anything.
Yeah, no, I know.
A lot of shows.
Folks.
Well, a lot of shows. In my defense, I was looking in the side chat waiting for Ben to answer because I wasn't going to listen to you about it.
He literally gave you the thumbs up, and you were like looking down. I was just like,
I can't see it. I can't see it anymore. I know he's thumbs up things. I can't see it anymore. Like, I got to log into your stuff. There's technical stuff going on that, just is beyond our comprehension.
Hey, do you guys miss us? Because we missed you.
Yeah.
Let me just start off. I have a very stuffy nose, so sorry if I suck today. But also, all of you little sea urchins in the chat, we were watching you guys just berate your fucking Nat 1 heroes this whole time. We saw that. I saw it on the replay.
Mikey's feelings are hurt about the things.
Did you hear what they said about us, Aisha?
No, I didn't hear anything.
See?
Oh, wait. No, it's my turn to be hurt now. Are you saying you didn't watch the Thrasher episode that I lovingly pieced together?
Well, I was on vacation, and then I came home and got ready for tonight. But I will watch it.
Okay, you have an excuse. You're more than allowed. Especially because you got a cool jacket now.
They were mean to us.
I have a cool jacket.
As
Now, the
soon as
Thrasher?
they got permission to curse, they were like, fuck the old crew.
I never gave permission to curse.
You said fucking maybe, I quote.
Yeah, that's not permission to swear.
You realize what this means? We've arrived. People are jealous of us.
Their first sentence was, fuck the old crew. The second sentence was, yeah, fuck Mikey. And I was like, wow. When the cat is away, the mice will
It's because
play.
you were such a towering presence. You're intimidating.
Wait, are you saying you want to eat them?
What?
Are you saying you want to eat? Okay.
We'll talk after this.
Oh boy, I said something over my own head, I think.
Gotcha.
They were
expecting a recap of the last episode. We're beyond that.
We don't even remember what happened last episode. There has been a lot of beer, and you do.
Well, my notes probably do. We were going to go see Candelaro Lampwick.
You did go and see Candelario Lampwick.
I did, and he did not.
Who has informed you two things?
Yes.
One, he will take you to the country club in the morning.
Yep.
Right.
And two, he is going to go visit his Auntie Lubri tonight, if you would like to join him, since you seem so interested in her past for some reason. Because you discovered this.
He was married to my granddad, I think. Great-granddad, so.
Married is a strong word for what you believe.
Okay, they were specially involved. She's a simple soul.
Was she a soul with benefits?
Well, I mean, I'm not opposed to that, but...
And with that, I think it's time to begin our session.
That's fair.
And it begins, as it always should, with the Aeon Hag, the Hag of Hags, in the starry expanse, looking down into her cauldron, where an entire world has formed, looking through her omniscope and adjusting the gears and the lenses on it to zoom in on something we have not seen before. She zooms in on a small peninsula and zooms in further to a lake and zooms in further to see that there is in fact a fort town situated around this lake and around a small island in the lake. And she zooms in on a house. A simple mud wall cabin with flickering lantern light from a candle. And an old woman walking in, leaning on a staff with a horse skull lashed atop to it. And she opens the door and sits down and makes a cup of tea. And she goes to sit down with it, and she goes to get a cookie into her mouth, just a small little cake from a tin. And as is always the way of the world, as she is prepared to relax, there's a knock at the door. And she sighs and quickly shoves the cookie into her mouth and gulps down the tea, because otherwise she knows she won't have an opportunity, because she is a very needed woman in the town. And when she opens the door, she doesn't find what she expects to find. She thinks she's going to find somebody asking for help, as they do in this town. And instead, she sees an Aarakocra postman, a bird person with the postal uniform. And he takes a package and hands it to her and says, "You never saw me." And before she can ask what he means, he flies away. Just a quick rush of feathers, and he's gone. And she looks at the package, confused, but she smiles when she sees the name on it. And she goes to her small kitchen, and she gets a kitchen shears, and she opens the twine, and she unwraps the package. And she finds little trinkets and a bit of money and some herbs and spices and some pigments, all wrapped lovingly in there. And she finds 3 letters, and she opens the first one, and she's smiling to herself, and she's absolutely ecstatic to see this. It's like, oh, that's sweet. She opens the second one, and it's the same thing. It's just sweet and smiling. And then she opens the third. And she thinks again, and she just sets it aside and just gets out her scrapbook and starts putting the first 2 letters in it. And then she goes back to the third. And what she sees in that third letter startles her so badly, she knocks her scrapbook to the ground and grabs her staff and runs out the door as fast as her hobbling legs can carry her. And the letter says something like this.
Anwil Mamgu, I would give anything to have your counsel and your company. The trip to Mindtop was without incident, although I didn't tell you about an odd experience that I had with old Isabella. It felt magical and creepy. She got loud and gravelly and made some kind of prophecy that I think it involves me. It scared me, Mamgu, to my core. One of great-granddad's paintings is here at an inn run by a man named Mr. Cathaw. It's one of the few paintings of our ancestor that I've ever seen. I think my drive to explore may be his gift. The night I found that painting was the start of some truly strange adventures. Mr. Biggs, the head of our circus, was mauled by a werewolf, so I and 2 new companions, Zermos and Revenant, went to hunt down the wolf that did it and get him cured. I met She Who Swims the Mountain, a local goddess, like Naim, she who points the way, the goddess of our town. Is our family of the Tuatha Dudanan? I've been having more than a few mystical encounters. Seeing Great Granda on a flying ship makes me wonder if there is aught more to our family than you and Da have shared. I've been searching for a mysterious green tent with a clown in the circus for months. At first I thought it was a prank, but lately I've come to believe there may be more to it. And then one night at Mr. Cathaw's boarding house, I found the green tent in the broom closet, which I have examined several more times and found only what one would expect to find in such a closet. I was transported to a stage show with mystical creatures in utter silence, while one of their number performed curious and wondrous juggling feats with a beetle. It's a weird term. It's a circus term for a hammer used to put the stakes down. And then it was gifted to me, this beetle, which is how I do know that this thing happened and was not some sort of drunken fantasy. It was well within my cups that night. I have the hammer, and it is truly magical, light as a feather unless I swing it to attack. My new companion, Revenant, says the name of the being that gifted it to me is Silent Peter. I made an offering to Nain, she who points the way, and have set sage and sweet grass on it to guard against strange intent or ill will. I do love it, though. I can't wait to learn to juggle as Silent Peter did. The priest, Father Mayswell, that helped save Mr. Biggs, asked for our help with another matter. She who swims the mountain was attacked. So, Revenant, Thermos, who I am growing to like despite his demeanor, and I traveled to her home to confront the scoundrels seeking to do her harm. We were successful in assisting her, but the attackers escaped us. Well, the living ones did. So we don't know much of their intent or plans. I'm worried, Mamgu. This all feels bigger than each encounter would suggest. I really need your wisdom. I learned how to say hello in Goblin, Ma'al, and I learned that Rotgut is not for me. And sometimes it's better to try talking before punching. Only sometimes. You needn't chortle too loudly. I miss you, Mamgu. Take care and watch for weird signs. There's something in the wind, and I don't sense that it means us well. Laura Algrayad, Adi Ruth.
That's a good letter. But it's also not the letter I was talking about when I said I wanted you to read it.
This is the third one.
That was not the third one. The third one was the one about the city.
Brassbane?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know what order you wrote these in. I only know the order you shared them in with me.
I should have double checked.
I'm enthralled, though.
Well,
Read all
there
of
you
them.
go.
This is a good session. I like this.
Well, you're so kind.
We're going to go back and we'll edit this and we'll make it into like our series introduction. Like, it's going to be great.
Should I read the other one then? I don't know what to do now.
Go for it.
All right. Well, here you go, guys. Tonight's session is Rune reading letters.
They're good letters, though.
Well, okay.
They are really good letters.
Good recaps.
Well, there. Thank you. So this one, you wanted the one where Brassbane has been stolen away.
Read what feels right.
Okay. I don't know. I'm just like, which one's the third one now? I'm sorry. Hold on. I'll pull the other one up.
I think it starts off in a world.
So that makes more sense. It's the short one too, I think. So let's see. Anwal Mamgu. I don't know if you will get this letter or if I will see you again. Should you? Okay. Yay! Mindtap has been magically annexed and stolen by Brassbane. A sleazy guy named Herod Gelfos magically compelled Lady Falwell to sign paperwork ceding the town to Brassbane. I tell you to warn you, I don't think they intend to stop with this one town. Mindtop isn't the first by any means. Brassbane is also who stole House of Glytherin. Zermos learned a phrase, acquisitional amnesty, which is supposed to offer some kind of protection. We claimed it when we realized what was happening. We tried to stop the theft, but their hired thugs beat us with magic and brawn. When we ran one of the fighters out of the office, we chased him to the edge of town, and it was an edge, like a cliff. And I tell you, ma'am, Gru, when I looked over the torn grass to see clouds below me, where before had been normal field and ground, my stomach dropped. This magic is not natural. These Brassbane people are stealing honest towns and ripping the earth from its home. They have to be stopped. I don't know what I can do against this kind of evil. I have to try. Please light some incense for me when you call to the land, the sea, and the sky. I need the strength of my family and my ancestors for this fight. Even weirder, I'm somehow the prophet of the clown being, Silent Peter. I don't know what it means exactly. I'm still practicing with the beetle he gifted me and trying to learn how to juggle with it. I'll practice more now that the extent of what we face is being revealed. The Aelton Empire is the force behind this atrocity. Did you recall Great Granda ever mentioning them from his travels? I'd give anything to speak with him right now. Creepily, the phrase I've heard the most since this deal is, a trip to the ground is free. Zermos, Revenant, and I are being taken in for questioning because of our defense of Lady Falwell, and one of the attractions of the Aelton Empire is something called the Divine Menagerie. It's where they were going to take She Who Swims the Mountain. It's like a zoo for gods. Will you warn the druids and the Bandroi? This is an ill wind indeed. I will do what I can to stop it here. Yours, Rune.
And with that, the Aeon Hag moves her omniscope to focus on a different location. going back to a city in the sky, a piecemeal city in the sky, and zooming in on a small manor with a small courtyard and onto a small man, Candelario Lampwick. Well, they're kind of strict about visitors at the assisted living center ruin, but I could probably get you in if you wanted to talk to her. And, at her age, she needs human interaction.
I'd love to.
And let's go. Vandretta?
Vandros.
Vandros.
Close enough. Where are we going?
No, I want to get your name right. I'm sorry.
Vandril. It's Vandril.
Vandril. Yes.
Vandril.
I'm sorry, it was an honest mistake. I apologize.
Revenant, would you want to come with us, or do you have your own things to do?
Well, looking how I look and how I'm dressed, I don't want the...
You know what? Meeting a woman in her twilight years is probably not good for her.
Yeah, real spirit of death vibes that I give off. So, yeah, I think, I don't know, I'll find something to do.
I have a library in here if you just like to wait for us. Yeah, just down the hall. Creetmos, call for him if you need anything.
Creetmos?
Creetmos.
All right.
And Mr. Vandril?
Yes.
Would you like to join us?
Absolutely.
All right. Your carriage or mine?
We can take ours. We have that one from the hotel, right?
Mm-hmm. And hotel.
Almost.
And Candelario sees Fumbles for the first time. This 6.5 foot tall, headless coachman.
Hmm.
He will definitely need to stay outside when we go. I am sorry.
Oh, no, he stays with the coach. But of course.
He likes to be with his coach at all times.
Yeah.
And Fumbles gestures to his paper and is like,
Do you have a new paper for him to read, maybe?
And
can he read? How does he see it?
And
Fumbles
shrugs.
Yeah, that's just worth
and
it.
Continues with the crossword puzzle.
All right.
4 letters. Describes the person at the front of the table.
And he picks up a crossword dictionary and starts flipping.
No cheating. No cheating. You'll get it. Just try harder.
Candelaria, would you like to get in first?
Yes. And he hops in.
I'll hop in after him.
I'm right behind.
Sunset Assisted Living Center, my good man. Personally, I think it's a name in poor taste, but, it's not like I can fix everything in this town.
Not in one day.
No, that's one thing at a time.
Maybe not in one lifetime, but we'll see what we can do. And it plops along.
I'm going to fill Vandril in a little bit. So it's possible my great-grandfather was part of Blasphemy. We don't know, but this woman that we're going to go see,
yes,
the town I come from is named after her, and he founded our town. So I'm just trying to find out a little bit more about that in the hopes that it can give us some useful information.
I will provide a second set of eyes and ears.
You're just very good at charming people and asking questions, and some people like me, but not everyone.
Keep in mind, she is quite advanced in years.
I'm a bit closer to her age than you, maybe, young lady.
That's true. You might be able to connect with her, and that could be helpful. So I'm just curious about...
I'm trying to say she's senile, but say it nicely.
Oh, I understand. That doesn't mean there isn't truth in the babbling. We'll have to piece that out, though.
Okay. Well, she won't have her whole wits about her. Just be patient and be kind.
Of course. Thank you for taking us to see her.
You're welcome. This woman.
We don't want to.
This woman. This is Auntie Lubri. This woman, watched me sometimes as a child. So.
Well, she truly is ancient, isn't she?
Quite. I'm 150 years old.
Hmm.
You don't look a day over 130.
Well, thank you. I'm starting to feel it, though. And you pull up to this.
Like butter over too much bread.
You pull up to this brick building with a nice yard and with elderly people outside and with nurses and staff clearly looking after them.
Oh.
It's a little expensive to have her in here, but it's worth it for the peace of mind.
No, I can see that. It's a very lovely and not stressful environment.
All right. The plague's over, so they're not requiring sign-ins at the front desk anymore. So, yep.
Fumbles, do you mind staying in the carriage just in case some of the residents come out? Is that too hard? Or
he carefully reaches back and takes out like a carved wooden head and kind of secures it to it. And it just it looks worse.
It looks
worse. It looks like the head of a mannequin just on someone else's head with like a very creepy smile.
Well, that is so thoughtful of you, and don't bother. Really, put that away, please. And don't worry.
I kind of like it. We just need
he puts his hand back and it opens its mouth up and down.
Oh, yeah, that could be problematic.
Maybe
don't engage mouth controls. But if you had like a nice cap, do you have a cap back in here somewhere? If we just put a hat on it, maybe it'd look a bit more human.
Thinks about it a little bit, and he reaches back and he pulls out a chupaya.
I don't know what a chupaya is.
It's like a nice wide brimmed hat.
Yeah, try that.
Like the precursor to a cowboy hat.
This is why we need
Stetson.
Yeah. But,
Or if next time we're in town, I'll grab you one of those little the newsboy hats. I think that would fit you perfectly. Oh, I know, but once you try it on, you'll like it. Once you try it, you'll like it. We'll see.
He pulls out his crossword again.
All right. Don't wear that stupid hat.
Candelario leads you all up and past the front desk and up to the second floor. And he starts going, okay, that's 203 right there. Just give me a second. I'll talk to her a little bit and introduce you slowly. And he knocks and he opens the door and he goes, holy shit!
I'm going to pop in behind him.
Okay, there is a woman in a nightgown. The most ancient woman you have ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
And her hands are covered in charcoal. And the wall is covered in writing.
Oh my goodness. Can I read it? Is it in a language I know?
Roll intelligence.
Both of us? One of us?
If you want.
Oh. Let's see. She has an 8. I rolled an 8. With my bonus.
You don't recognize the writing at all.
Stuck. I got shit everywhere here. 4.
Okay.
I felt bad about my roll, but now I feel better. Thank you.
You know what?
I had a
You
plus
didn't see
2.
it that long ago. Roll with advantage. You specifically, Rowan.
Come on, Ruin.
13.
This looks like the letters you saw on the tablet that was destroyed.
Ooh.
And she is writing, I can fix it.
What are you trying to fix?
I can fix it. Can't you see I can fix it, Candlewick? And Candelario looks and he goes, don't correct her. Don't correct her.
No. No, I think you can probably fix it. What is it that you're doing to fix it?
I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to change the words. I'm going to change the words, and it's going to be better.
What are you going to change them to? I'm motioning if Vandal wants to come in.
I'm going to make it better.
What's better? What makes it better?
I don't know. I don't know. I need help, and I don't know.
Can I do a perception check on the rest of the room to see like what else is going on in there?
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Ooh.
My perception.
Let's see now. It looks like she had eggs and toast for breakfast. There was a little bit of coffee too. There was some sort of medication that was taken. You can see from the little medicine cup. Her bed linen has been changed recently. She has an attached bathroom. I mean,
I was more interested in like where has she written on every wall?
She has written on every empty wall and partially on the ceiling.
That's what I want to know. Like, so it's just like wall to wall, like wallpaper, just on every surface. Is it on any of the objects or just the wall?
I'm sorry, you cut out just a little bit there. Would you?
Is it on just the wall, or is it on like some of her objects that were close to the wall because she couldn't reach? Or is it? You know what I'm saying?
Just the wall.
Candelario, if you please be a dear, can you go to the desk or someone at the admitting office and just get us a couple of pads of paper?
Yeah, let me go.
Thank you.
Just keep an eye on her, okay?
Yeah, I'll talk to her. So, what are the words that you want to say?
And she has not looked at you yet. She is just keeping on writing.
Yeah.
I don't know what they can be changed to. They need to be stricken out and they need to be adjusted with just strokes, just simple strokes. It's the only thing I can think to do. I can't just change the words, otherwise I'll kill it, and that would be wrong.
You'd kill what?
I'd kill it. I'd kill it.
What would you kill?
My child. I'd kill it.
Oh yeah, that would be painful.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Where's your child right now? Do you know?
I don't know. Here, there, everywhere.
Would you like us to help you find it?
No. Do not find it. No.
So don't.
What is your what's your child's name?
Didn't give it a name.
Oh.
Did you carry this child, or is this a child that you have adopted?
So much more. Carried in my head for years.
Okay. So this is not a human child that we're looking for, or not looking for.
No, not human. No.
Perhaps you should
less. More and less. More or less, more and less.
Is it? Well, so how would we recognize it?
There was too much money. To keep track of. I wanted to keep better track of the money, and Osian was spending so much time on it. I just wanted to do better. And she's still writing.
What was Osian spending time on?
Accounting. He hated it, but we had gotten so much, and it was lost so easily, and he was trying to do good with it, and there was so much to keep track of.
You needed help, right? You needed help.
We needed help.
That's logical.
I didn't mean to hurt him.
Osian?
Of course not.
No. And with that,
child,
she turns around and she looks at you, Ruin.
Hi, hello, Auntie Lubri.
Osian?
Not quite, but close.
And she looks at you and she's very confused.
Yeah.
Did you put on that belt that you had?
I did.
Okay.
It's a little loose for now.
Okay, Osian.
So.
You came back.
Yes, and I missed you.
Where was he? Where was Osian?
He left. He did not tell where.
Was he looking for your child, do you think?
No, he hated it.
Oh.
He hated it. Well, no, he didn't hate it. He hated me for it.
But that was
steal
only to. But that was to help, right? The child was made to help.
It was made to help, but he called it a slave.
Oh, he had strong feelings about that. I mean, I had strong feelings about that, but I
What?
understand now.
You're not Osian.
No.
Who are you?
I'm his granddaughter.
Is he gone?
He is.
And she just drops the charcoal. And she drops to her knees. And she puts her head in her hands.
And
I wanted to make it right.
Can I go comfort her?
Yeah.
I'm going to approach, aware if she seems skittish, I'll immediately stop. But
she's not.
Okay. Let's go and like kind of comfort her, maybe pet her back, and it's.
Vandra's gonna poke his head out the door and kind of like motion to Candelario, like, give me the paper, like hurry
and
up.
Candelario comes and he's just got the backsides of all the crosswords that
I guess this will have
Fumbles
to
had
do.
finished. Yeah.
We might be able to help you make it better if you can tell us anything about what you're trying to do.
It's all so hard to remember.
It's okay. Just whatever you remember is fine.
It's like there's a fog. Like there's cobwebs. I don't know.
That's okay. You don't have to know.
When I know I'm sad, and I know I'm sad when I know, but I don't know.
That's okay. You don't have to know.
I don't know.
That's just fine. What do you know? Do you know who I am?
You said you were Osian's granddaughter.
Right, so you know that.
Yeah.
And I know that Granddad would want me to help you.
I don't know if he would.
Well, I understand that. Thank you for trying to tell us things. We'll appreciate
I'm
that.
thinking it's like trying to push my brain out of a bag.
Yeah. Well, then don't push it. It's okay.
Okay.
Well, let's take a brief couple of minutes. Come with me, young lady. Your hands need attention direly. I'm quite aware of caretaking, so if you'll just step with me, we'll step into your washroom and let's get you cleaned up.
And you help her get cleaned up. You help her wash her hands. And Candelario looks at the walls and he looks at the floor. She's getting worse.
Yeah. My auntie had the same loss, and it's hard. We can help you clean this up. We would like to copy it down so that we can share it with our companions, because I think it might be related to what we're trying to fight here.
Okay. Okay.
But then we can help you clean it if you like. Or I don't know, maybe this place is nice enough they'll send someone in to do it.
They'll send somebody, but if you want to copy down, we need to do that now.
Okay,
Here,
let's do that.
And he takes the piece of charcoal that was on the floor and he snaps it in half and he hands you the other half and he just spreads the newsprint crossword, the back of that, over the floor.
And then Vandra's going to reach into his robe. Never leave home without something to write with. That's what I always say. That's what I always teach. He pulls out a quill and inkwell.
Mm-hmm.
Is it magic? Will it just automatically do it like a photocopier?
That would be sweet, though.
That
right?
would be sweet. And it would make sense for Vandal to have that, so I'm giving it to him.
Awesome.
Because all the other characters got cool homebrew items.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
It does seem like Vandal would. That's why I asked. It seems like Vandal would be efficient like that.
Vandal takes the ink well, sets it on the table, takes the quill out, sits it in there, and it just kind of magically stays in after his hand is moved. If you could just copy down everything in this room, that would be splendid. Thank you so much. And it just like Fantasia, and then the little quill just does its thing.
Yep.
Nice. To say, I think it probably, I can't recall. Rune didn't know that Candelario's Auntie Lubri. She didn't know that before she went and saw him.
No.
Okay. I'll try to talk to her again, and then maybe see if we can come back, because I have that book of my grandfather's. It might be helpful.
She sees you when you come over, and she reaches out and she touches your face. Osian?
Not quite.
Granddaughter.
Yeah.
Granddaughter. Yes.
Yeah, see?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I have a book of my grandfather's that I could bring back for you to look at if you like.
I have under the bed in a box. Look.
Okay. I'm gonna go under the bed and see what I can find.
There's a pine box.
Okay. I'm gonna pull it out and bring it to her.
Open.
Okay. I'll actually set it on the bed and do that then. Otherwise, who knows what'll happen.
And you see not your grandfather's paintings, but your great-great-grandfather's paintings. Just carefully stacked away, and with straw underneath it and with paper in between them to keep them from getting smudged. And some of the drawings are a little bit risque, but they are mostly of scenes of the town and of Blasphemy, and a lot of them are of what you can clearly tell are Lubri.
Wow. These are beautiful.
It was more than a tryst. The town thinks it was a tryst, but it was so much more than that.
I can see that. And I wouldn't he wasn't very much of a tryster.
No. He was principled and strong. And he took me on adventures. We fought dragons together.
Like real dragons?
Real dragons.
Wow.
We stole from them. We didn't take their whole hordes either. We weren't strong enough for that, but we would distract them and steal from their hordes and get the best small treasures.
Yeah.
Oh, there are so many dragons that hated him.
Like what kinds of treasures?
Books. Books. We stole... What was the book? The book I used to write.
I don't know.
We stole that. The book I used to write the thing with the child. The book I used to write the child into existence.
Oh, okay. You stole that from a dragon.
Stole it from a dragon.
What did this book look like?
Thick tome, leather exterior, embossed in gold.
Oh.
A stone face on front.
That's...
Huh. And do you know where the book is now?
Child took it.
Okay.
Didn't want me to make another.
Well, children can be that way, can't they?
You would probably know better than I, but...
And she takes the piece of charcoal from you, just forcefully, just snaps it from your hand.
Oh, okay.
And she walks to the wall. And she writes on the wall, A equals L plus E. This is what defines the child. This is what the child is about.
Ale?
No. Assets equals liability plus equity. It didn't work. It didn't work. We wrote it. I wrote it. Osian left because I made it. He called it a slave. He called it an affront to human decency.
Was the child made of clay?
The child can inhabit clay. It is not like the others. It was meant to be special. It was meant to be able to go wherever we needed it. It can inhabit statues and clay and anything shaped like a human sufficiently 2 eyes, a mouth, and a nose is typically enough.
It's purple eyes, isn't it? When the child is inhabiting it?
We needed a way to know.
Yeah. They're really pretty.
It's hurting people, isn't it?
Yes.
They do that. Osian was right. It was a mistake.
Well, we've all made mistakes. And we're going to try to do what we can to fix this.
And she looks at you again, and she touches your face, and she goes, Osian?
No, not quite.
Granddaughter.
Granddaughter, yeah.
Okay. And she looks at that, and she goes, A equals L plus E. Ailta. I am very tired.
Okay. Well, why don't you get some rest? I can put these paintings back.
No. You take.
Oh, are you sure?
Take them.
I'm going to look and see if Candelabro's okay with that. Like,
And he goes to answer, and she, like, smacks him across the back of the head very quickly.
Okay.
Hush, Candlewick.
I'll take them. Should I take the box or just pull the paintings out? I don't know.
Take the box.
Okay.
They'll be safe that way.
All right. Thank you so much, Lubri. Appreciate it.
Sidoline. Sidoline was my first name.
Sidoline.
Yeah.
It's nice to meet you.
Osian?
Not quite.
Delubri.
Rune, yeah. Bye,
He didn't
Sidoline.
forget me, did he?
No, I don't think so.
And she sits down in her chair. And she cries.
I'm going to give her a hug and leave with the box. Somehow. I'll manage that.
She reaches,
she
hugs you, and she reaches into a little tin on her table, on her side table, and she takes some money and she hands it to you, and she goes, "You get yourself a nice big sandwich.
I will, thank you.
You're getting very thin."
Yes.
Do you have any wine candies or butterscotch in there?
I have licorice.
Oh, can I be a bother?
And she takes your hand and she forces like a handful of licorice into your hand. It's all individually wrapped in wax paper.
You are a delight and a treasure. It's been a pleasure meeting you, young lady. We left you some crosswords.
Oh.
And then he just sticks all the licorice in his mouth and then puts both hands on the box and just hoop-a-doop-a-doop. He's going to walk out with his snack.
And Candelario looks at you all and goes, I'm going to let the front desk know there's a bit of a mess to clean up.
Okay.
And he gives her a hug around her legs, and she pats him on the head. And he walks out. And you see, despite his quietness, Candelario's nose is red and his eyes are streaming.
Yeah.
That's the most she's talked in months.
Thank you for letting us come visit. I know that was probably hard. I hand him gold or whatever, so she can have the gift to give out.
It was bills. Marks. Okay. And yeah, I'll sneak that back in later.
Yeah.
She'll be asking where it is if I don't.
That makes sense.
Vander's going to switch the box over to one arm, pull a licorice out of his mouth, and then plop it into his hand. Go back to walking towards it.
I see where Zormos gets it.
Oh my gosh. It's fine. Well, I'm glad. Thank you again. It was really delightful to see her.
Yeah.
And these paintings are amazing. So
apparently talents run in your family like that.
I mean, I'm not a town founder. Like but
yeah. And you guys get outside, and Fumbles is waiting for you. And Candelar goes, no, sorry, forgot. And he runs back to the front desk. And there is a wooden golem at the front desk, and he goes, "Yeah, could you just send a cleaner to Miss Luby's room? She got a hold of some charcoal again." And he runs back.
Can
Okay.
I sense motive?
Um,
I thought he already talked to the person. Like he said, "I'll go tell them," and then he was gone for a second, and now he's like, "Did I miss that?"
He went to get paper last time. You sent him for paper.
Oh, I thought he already dispatched somebody to clean up the room, and then he went to do it again. I was like, "Hey, wait a minute." Okay,
I said he was going to, and then he forgot.
Okay.
Gotcha. Basically, sentiment like we want to make sure he's not setting us up. Thank you, Vandro.
I was like, "What the hell?"
Careful when asking for rolls like that, because if you fail epically at them, I can make you think something's up, even if something's not.
Oh.
And
you
Prada
would.
can do that totally.
That is true.
All right. Well, I guess let's go. We'll drop you off, Candelario, and then we should go back to the casino to catch up with Revenant, unless Revenant is somewhere else.
I believe Revenant's in my library.
Okay, then we'll just go to your place.
Okay, and we'll switch over. And Revenant, what are you doing in the library?
So Revenant has a few topics that he's interested in that he knows Candelario might have.
Okay, there are books on finance. There are books on law. There are books on tort law. There are books on civil law. And there's a liquor cabinet.
Revenant's gonna pull up like a first edition book on civil law. He's gonna pour like no, he's not gonna he has liquor. He doesn't need Candelario's liquor. That's rude just to assume. So
there are glasses though.
Yeah, but I mean, he said I could use his library, not that I could use his booze. I got rock gut. I'm good. So Revenant takes his normal flask out, takes a swig, gets a big book on civil law. Revenant's gonna just not figure out shit, but just like read through, skimming.
All right. And while you're doing that, you get a message. "Hey, asshole, what are you up to?" A message spell sent in your mind. You can respond in 25 words or less.
Wait, is this a killage?
It's killage.
25
Still
words
alive.
or less.
Still alive.
Hey, don't worry. I'll fix that.
We'll fix that.
Fuck you.
Hey, fuck you.
And that ends.
The 25 words is just "fuck you" back and forth.
Yes. And yeah, you sit, you read some law, and you hear the carriage clip-clopping up the way and coming back. There's a very unique sense for Fumbles' carriage.
It's probably a good fair thing.
And, your friends come back in.
Yeah, I'll just be waiting for them. I'll like leave the library once I hear them coming.
Okay, I was ready to barge into the library loudly.
Oh, do you want to barge into? Okay, fine.
I'll let that happen. You want to barge into the library?
I like excitedly fill Revenant in.
Okay. What are you telling Revenant?
Do the doors open in or out towards me?
In. They open.
Okay. So we got a box and we just like shove it in. Revenant! Oh my goodness. Wow, that was...
Those are important people. Be careful with them.
Okay. Where's Vandrel? Did you come with me? Because we have some stuff to show you, Revenant, that is amazing. And
I got licorice.
That's not the thing that I thought Revenant would be most interested in. Where's your cool quill thing?
Oh, and then I just like pull the papers out of my robe that the quill took the notes on.
Look at these.
Look at this.
Revenant, roll me intelligence.
Yeah,
me
please,
look at my
please get more
bonus
than a
for this.
4.
You gotta be kidding me. Why did roll 20? Okay.
Dice.
It's 19 plus whatever my high intelligence
There we
bonus
go.
is.
These are the
I think plus
same
5.
words you saw written on the tablet, but repeated and variated in ways that they could just be filled in on the tablet or crossed out and added to already existing words. Near as you can tell, this is a script that is based upon 9 points on a grid, a small grid for each letter, and the letter itself is determined by how the lines interact with each point. And it being this way, it is actually possible to alter tablets to have completely different meanings if you can fill them in with a little bit of wax or clay.
I would
feel like
like,
the
to
grid's on each
explain
letter.
all of that to my companions, but like I don't know how to word that well. So, yeah.
So what you're saying is that each letter is on a 9-dot matrix grid. Oh, interesting.
Well, that fits with what she said. The woman who wrote these on the wall, her mind is breaking, so she's flexible about that kept saying she needed to fix it and to change it, to write it differently. And then she described this book that was how she created a spirit, which
The child.
But how are we supposed to find that out? We don't even have any other reference documents for this language.
I don't know. I was thinking your Revenant's super smart, so.
But this is the language from the tablet, so can't we just get another tablet?
The tablets should have the same thing on them, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, we know that there's one at the country club, so start there.
This
tomorrow.
language had to come from somewhere. If we can find where it came from, maybe we can get a hold of more documents.
Yeah, I'm not sure we want more documents. I don't know. The language seems to have a manifestation ability that someone should study before we do our stuff.
Master Revenant, what do you think?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if we really need help in figuring out the language, we could go back to Professor. I'll forget his name. Professor Zero.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We could meet. I don't want to go back to the learning annex. So if we could find a way to meet with him, I could write him a letter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we won't have to meet with him. Somewhere dangerous, right? He might be able to because he's the language professor, right? So but
didn't you guys already talk to him though?
We did.
Yeah, we did. But this now there's more writing than just what was on the tablet. Right here, it looks like words are being replaced. It looks like other words are being. I'm sorry. What did you say?
Filled in, adjusted.
Filled in, adjusted. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's being filled in and readjusted. Right. So I don't know. Personally, right. I don't have the knowledge on ancient languages to figure this out on my own. So yeah, I'm out of my depth here.
Okay, so quick DM intervention. Professor Zero literally told you guys that he needed more books to reference in order to get this going, and told you where to find them.
The library occupied by a green dragon.
Yes.
Yes. And we decided not to start there for a good reason. Oh, because we wanted Vandrel to be in control of his own mind.
Yeah, there was no telling who or what I would be reporting back to, unbeknownst to me.
Right. No, it was too dangerous. We couldn't go anywhere with you, and we need to. So.
You filled me in earlier. Wasn't that the point of getting the laurels on his head that are there right now?
Yeah, we just finished that. Really and truly, we can only do one major quest per day.
And he looks around and he thinks, so you need a way to get it to the surface, right?
I think so. Yeah, if the library is
he looks at the
surface.
painting of your great-great-grandfather, and he looks at the ship that's on it, the flying ship.
Yep. That's how he left before, I'm assuming.
He left on a dinghy.
Okay.
The ship's still in the basement.
Interesting. The basement of?
Here.
Your house?
Yep.
So we could take it?
Technically, it's illegal for me to have it, but I had it declared a museum like 3 years ago to get around that. And technically, I was supposed to remove the propulsion system. And I just put it in a crate beside it. So
if we were to steal it, you wouldn't get in trouble.
I mean, you need a crew. And you need a captain.
How much of a crew do we need?
You need like 20 people to operate this thing.
I thought it's the whole ship or the dinghy?
The whole ship.
Oh.
Come back later. We'll go to the country club. And I'll work on refitting the ship.
All right.
But you'll need a crew.
About 15 additional people.
You want to be able to focus on other things while the ship is moving around. You're adventurers. That's how Osian did it. Candlewick was the captain. And the crew was under him. But the adventuring business was under Osian. It's a layered structuring, if you will.
That makes sense. They're different skill sets.
If only we knew about 20 people willing to do work for money.
You can find them often at a marketplace or
it's almost like we're in Blasphemy, where people have to have money to live.
We'd probably need somebody that's 100% on the side of the Ailton Empire. So if only there was...
If only you had an employer who was willing to provide you with bodies to keep things going smoothly.
If only we had that. If only we had someone who was diplomatic and charming like Vandril to help arrange this and assess the character of the possible bodies and their intent and motive.
I should have saved some of that licorice. It would have been a great thing to convince them with. It's quite
probably true.
Hey, Revenant, doesn't Monsieur Mortier know everything you know?
Yeah. Or yeah, I mean, yeah.
All right,
I was wondering if they were gonna figure it out what you were saying.
Looks at your face and he goes, "We need a crew."
Well, I guess we should just go home and receive our crew.
And
good idea.
I'll work on refitting this, and I'll see you all in the morning for a trip to the country club.
All right.
Perfect.
Ruin?
Yes, Candlewick?
Candelario.
Candelario. Mikey, make me laugh. Yes, Candelario.
Thank you. You will be the one playing if we need to play, yes?
Yes. Redman's going to be my caddy.
There are regulations as far as what constitutes a club.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're thinking right now, but your mallet does not fit in those regulations.
I know. It's fine.
Okay.
Revenant is going to be my caddy.
Well,
and I've been practicing with...
I'll give you my clubs.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Will they be the right height for me?
My clubs is a strong word. I will give you clubs that are in the attic.
Okay, thank you.
I think they may have actually belonged to your family at one point.
Was this great-granddad's house?
It was the adventuring house, if you will.
Okay. Do you want me to go up to the attic and look for the clubs?
there's a lot of sensitive things in the attic that I don't need you going bull in a china shop on. I'll have them down for you tomorrow. We have staff. The staff will go into the attic.
Oh, that's so fancy.
Must be nice.
I am literally the...
No, I think it's great. Everybody should have,
I'm just saying,
success in life.
I'm literally the foremost lawyer in my field, which is to say the foremost lawyer in all of Blasphemy.
Right? No, I know.
I probably should have some staff with things.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I just have never had that, so it's fancy.
So, off you all go.
Yes, so we'll head back.
We're taking the box with us.
Okay, and while you're heading back, you see Captain Brute walking back in, and she is shaking mud off onto the little rug, and you see Candelario kind of getting a little bit huffy about it, and she throws her muddy cloak up on the peg, and it falls off, and she looks at it and just doesn't even bother, and she puts her helmet up on top, and it falls over, and she doesn't even bother, and she just walks off. She kicks her boots off while going up the stairs, and then starts to take her coat off, and then she sees you all there, and she goes, "What the fuck are you doing in my house?"
Did you have a good day at work?
So good to see you too, Captain Brute.
Candelario, what? You normally tell me when you have guests.
We're just leaving.
Yeah, I think I need to take 12 showers after watching that, mate. It's horrific.
And she keeps walking, and you see her coat just fall over the edge of the stairs as she continues walking up to presumably what is her quarters.
Bye, Candelario. Hope that goes well for you.
And you see Candelario is picking up the muddied garments. She's been tumbling with ruffians again. I just know it.
Well, I'm sure that they're...
Listen, Candelario.
For worse for wear.
Crystal clean magic eraser. Crystal clean magic eraser. It gets all the dirt stains out.
Well, I'll be sure to stop by Mine Top to buy that.
Oh, I bet Revenant has some on him.
It's like a brand thing. Or just never mind.
Let's go.
Okay, and you go. You going back to the casino?
Mm-hmm. Unless we have somewhere else we need to go.
Fumbles, lets the Pegasi take full reign, and he lets them up into the air, and he drops you off on the roof.
He didn't pull down the parking brake. Where's the real Fumbles?
Mm-hmm. He did. I just didn't feel the need to describe it this time because we've had it so many times.
I love the fact that there's an air e-brake.
Yeah, there is. But, yeah. And you see it's getting late into the night, and Monsieur Mortier has already put away his paperwork, and he is standing looking down at the Colosseum that exists just below his office. And he looks at all of you and he waves you in.
Hi, Mr. Mortier.
Ruin.
Mm-hmm.
Revenant. And Vandril. I know that you know that I know that I already know.
So when can we have a crew?
That is the thing. I will have to send people I trust very, very much. I will be letting you have access to the cam heads.
Okay.
They are very trustworthy. Could you speak up, Vandril? I cannot hear you.
Perhaps those are the young men downstairs who took our coats.
I want people who cannot speak to aid you.
That's a strong idea.
Yes. The camheads only observe and act. They do not inform, they do not speak, they only do. And they are, well, my most loyal workers.
So the purple eyes that inhabit the different statues, what do you know about that?
I have been piecing this together as much as I can. For the longest time, I thought the God King was a powerful psionic entity. But based on what you have uncovered today, it seems we are dealing with an aether golem. Not even a god, but a golem that exists on the air itself.
Gotcha.
And manifests in bodies. And if you will forgive me for just a little bit, I need to pass on a message. Big Red? Big Red, yes. Do me a favor. Tell Heftin that I hate to ask him to do this, but it will make him safe. Have him tear out one of his own eyes. Thank you. And he puts away the speaking stone.
Oh. We don't think the God King can inhabit it without 2 eyes because of what she said.
2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe look. Scratch that. The nose is the least necessary feature on a robot, I think. Go for that. The eyes, they probably like to have depth perception. Go.
And do we know who
he already did
to?
it? He already did it gleefully, you say? Damn it.
Do we know who he's talking to?
Do you want to ask him?
I hate to trouble you, but who's on the other end of that speaking stone?
Big Red.
The young lord?
Hey, do you want your friends to know who I'm talking to? Well, you don't have to be an asshole about it.
It's definitely the young lord.
Probably Zermos.
He's definitely talking to the young lord.
Yes. Oh, yay. We miss you, Zermos.
They want you to know that they miss you.
Are you returning soon?
Yeah, he says he's be returning soon. He says he thinks of you often.
Yay.
He sounded really pissed off when he said it, so.
Well, you know what they say, there's no press is bad press. I mean, being thought of well or poorly is probably also just as good.
Yes. Well, I think now would be a good time to turn in for the night.
Okay.
You all have an early morning, do you not?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we're going golfing.
Doesn't that sound so exciting?
I've never done it.
It sounds something.
Imagine a world in which you can do all these exciting things and also insist on playing golf for some reason. And I think that's a good place to make a break.
Mm-hmm. Thanks to Sirenscape for the music.
Yes. And thank you to everyone in the chat for joining us and interacting and talking about things. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I see you all.
Thank you to Zero for barking the entire show.
I'd like to point out that we are regularly on Twitch now. We regularly do our twitching. Yeah, we're going to call it that. If you just want to give us a follow, I'd appreciate that. But yeah, thanks so much for being here.
Good day and well met. Thank you for watching Nat 1 Heroes. Hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe, smash that notifications bell, and remember. Well, I don't know what you should remember, but remember.
Remember something.